One. What is up, comic book community? Yay! As John would say, it is another episode of the Teacher's Lounge. Welcome. I am one of your co-hosts, Comics on the Mind, aka Mynd Shift, with my co-host this way.
And I'm Girl Todd. Girl Todd.
Aka the what?
What's up, John? Good to see you.
The Toddfather.
Hey, look, I'm excited to hang out with my buddy, my brother from another mother, Captain Kirk, Comics on the Mind, aka Mynd Shift, the man of many names.
Many names, but a warm heart and soul. I always look forward to these days because every time I get a chat with you, I know that tomorrow is Friday.
This is kind of my like pre-weekend kickoff.
Exactly. I look at it the same way. That's awesome. How's things been going with your class?
Everything's going good, man. Everything's going good. Finishing up the first quarter. Everybody's got the I's crossing the T's.
I know we were talking off air, and you were mentioning that your students are working on presentations.
Yeah.
Are they working on like?
They're doing like multimedia presentations, like slides with video.
Okay. But they have to like research a specific topic, or they get to choose?
Yeah, they do like one grade does animal behaviors, and the other does like natural resources, according to what they're learning. One's earth science.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest. One of our guests has just joined us. Shelby, what up, Shelby?
Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all?
Shelby, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see y'all.
Good to see you too, dude. How you been? How's your week?
It's been busy. They kept me going last week, man. I had auctions 4 days in a row. So
you and Gorilla Todd be going ham with the auctions, man.
Yeah, sadly, I'm still unemployed, so I kind of depend on to help supplement some income, but
I'm already knowing, dude, that do what you gotta do. What's up, Coffee Madness? Hey, I love you and your son's content. Awesome dudes in the community. Every time I watch one of your videos, you guys like make me smile. So you guys are doing a good job. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Good. Well, I'm glad you're able to bring in some income through the auctions.
Man,
I'll peek in here and there, and I'll see you guys. You'll be putting up some books.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I sell everything. I have a wide variety of books. I try to bring to the community everything from like $1 and $2 books that I'll sell them in lots of 5 or 10 books when it makes some sense to sell them together, to ratio variants and other variants, whatever stuff I come across, to Silver Age. Bronze Age, Silver Age, Copper Age keys. I try to bring a little bit of everything. And I've definitely hunted some books down for people. That's been really cool. That's been an especially like fulfilling type experience where people are actually looking for a book. And they really don't have any they don't want to go to eBay, and they don't really have any resources to find it. It's cool when you find that book.
I'm at that point too.
Yeah,
because I don't have a lot of stores out here that are
right. And one thing,
sorry.
Oh no! I apologize. No, just following up on what Todd said. One thing that
hold that thought real quick. We got another guest. What up, HTML Law?
What's happening, HM?
What's up, dude?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing better that you're here.
Well, I
Pretty
was
good.
on another auction, just biding my time till you guys finally got me on. So trying not to on the good books.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, you know. Thank you for having me. Glad to be on and talk some good comics and stuff with you fine gentlemen and everything. So
Awesome.
Anytime,
Yeah. But
What's
yeah,
up,
like
Kate Titus? Another teacher in the community.
Yeah.
Now I am not a teacher, so
Oh, go ahead, Shelby.
I was just gonna say one thing that's been
We're all
good. I
teachers
think
in some point.
yeah. One thing is, get a lot of return customers, because one thing with eBay is I've noticed that a lot of sellers are like, well, I don't grade, look at pictures for grades. Well, pictures can hide a lot of defects that, you just don't see, right? Like maybe bends or creases or even sometimes spine ticks that just aren't showing up in the pictures. And, one good thing for us is you actually get to trust the seller that if we tell you, hey, we feel like it's this grade or anything, we get to literally on the video show you what the defects are. And so I've had a lot of people just yesterday, as a matter of fact, I had a guy from New York. I'm in Houston, right? And from New York, bought some stuff from me. Said, hey, I loved it. It was just like you described. Do you have more of this, right? And I said, well, I have this and this. And he immediately said, yeah, make me a deal on it, and purchased it. So yeah, I think that's one good thing with the auctions. In addition to, you may not be near an LCS, or your LCS may not carry like older books or all the variants and things like that. So.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's the case for me because in the Bay Area, like everything is so close together. And every city close to us like usually has like an LCS or two. But with COVID, like everybody's either doing curbside pickup or they shut down. There's only one store I think that's open, but there's always a line because everybody's always trying to get to that store, that spot, especially on Wednesdays. So it's just hard. And I've bought books off eBay where they'll use like they won't use the actual pictures. They'll use like generic pictures. And I bought like my first Taskmaster that way. And I got it and I was just like, it looked like somebody dragged this thing across like the concrete ground. Like, and I was just like, I was so disappointed. And so it's like, you really do like hit or miss. Like I bought like first Black Bolt recently. It was a good good grade. I got it from eBay, So it's always like hit or miss, definitely when you're on I just want to give a couple shout outs real quick. Tom Comics, thank you. I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. Thank you for stopping by. Willie from IG, what is up, brother? Thank you for stopping by. He is also selling books too. I used to buy books from him back in the day as well. I still need to buy some books from him.
He just set me up.
Thank you for stopping by, dude. Nice, awesome. Oh, we also got another dude from the community, State Puff. What up, Sean? How you doing, dude? Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, last night was kind of my night off, and so I got to sit over in your other channel and listen to you guys some last night. So that was really entertaining. Getting to, I never see enough ladies.
Not near Mint.
What's up, Mountaineer Man? How you doing, Rob?
Nice. I'm seeing that's what it's about. Speaking of which, we got Rob in the house, another member of the Not Near Mint crew. Thank you, dude. I'm glad you were able to check it out. Like, we love having people just come, creators whenever we get a chance to. Miracle. The beautiful thing about Miracle Man is he's always on Twitter, so he's always interacting with different writers, artists, and so he'll bring people that are starting up Kickstarters off. So it's like it's awesome, dude. Like, and plus we've all become like family. Like they're my family basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just actually looking at some Kickstarters last night. I subscribed to, of course, the Spawn Cerebus one, but I think there's another one. I think it's called Future or something I subscribed to, and it looked really good.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if y'all hadn't checked it out, there's a Kickstarter just started.
Yeah, I definitely try to keep my eyes open for
where Dave Sim is re-releasing Spawn 10 with a bunch of different covers and stuff and some new pages added. From
Looks like a cat.
Cat took him over.
from whatever he collaborated with.
I was trying to click on you because your cat was like scratching at you.
Cat's like, dude, shut up. No,
he's like, I want to get.
Give me attention, please.
She comes over and starts scratching my back. Right
now she's licking the hairy paw. Good night. Yeah.
Yeah, this not messed up, girl. She is she's just not right.
And there we go, Shelby and the cat.
Gotta watch that too.
Now, how many cats do you have, Shelby?
Cat.
I have 4.
More than me, which is he lucky.
What's funny is he's not the guy in the office.
Oh, yeah.
So I was told it's not a problem
That's
until I get
hilarious.
past 5.
Who told you that? Your therapist told you that. Okay. All right. Well,
from a lady that has 10.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I think that's a great recipe for bachelorism right there.
Hey, I don't want to have to hire you, buddy. So stay single.
Thank you for serving me coffee madness.
You've already gone through divorce twice. So I mean, you already got your guy on speed dial. You got your guy on speed dial.
You got 2 under your belt.
Man, if you go through a third time without a prenup, then you're done.
Right.
Then you're done. So
Ow. Sorry.
Man.
Did they take after comic books last time?
Man, so I always have the story of I owned a store back in the early 90s, and this new guy, Todd McFarlane,
Really?
And this comic called Amazing Spider-Man 300 had just came out, and he was signing at the very first Dragon Con in Atlanta, and I was living in Louisiana then. And so me and a friend drove all the way to Atlanta. Great show, very first Dragon Con. Hung out with John Byrne, talked to him for a long time. Hung out with Will Eisner. He was really cool.
Nice.
And the way they did it was they had a room full of 50 chairs, and you went into the room, and Todd McFarlane walked up and down the aisle. And there was actually a sign on the door saying, "Warning, Todd signs on the cover of comic books. So if you do not want your comics damaged, then, you need to be careful," right? Because at that time, artists signed on the inside cover.
Yeah, and I remember hearing about that.
So Todd was really cool. He was actually talking about whether he wanted to continue comics or pursue his minor league baseball career, because he was playing minor league ball in Canada part-time the year before. And I got several copies of ASM 300 signed by him. And
Nice.
not nice.
Uh-oh.
Because
I know. That's why I had to pause for a second.
Yeah, never got them back. So
What happened to him?
do not know. Do not know. She said she doesn't know either, but yeah.
Oh, so she knew
Sure.
she knew your staff.
That's a sad story.
She knew your staff.
Yeah.
It's like, this is better than cash.
So
Yeah,
was that also
you have known 30 years later that book would be, that book could be a couple of thousand.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying.
Thank
It's on
you.
my list.
That's right, dear. Yeah.
I'm working on a cat. My roommates, we want a dog though, but I am definitely a cat person.
Yeah, well, no cats for me.
Rockstar sign covers. I wish. Do you have any pets?
You talking to me?
HTML. HTML.
I am a dog. I am a dog man.
Law,
Just call me Lawman.
dog man, yeah.
Makes life easy. Just call me
Lawman.
That's what they want to
Gotcha.
call me. No, I'm a dog. I'm a dog. So right now, I am petless because I have my comics all over the place, and the last thing I need is a bunch of cat hair and smoke, in my stuff. So I go without. So
I always tell customers if there's hair in your comics, they're cat hairs and not pubic hairs.
yeah,
if you send me a comic with
there's no thought about that train of thought. My books come to you.
I'm gonna
hit you up on IG. Hey, is this your hair or cat hair or what kind of hair?
It's a little curly.
Got 7 different hairs coming out of my books. What kind of hairs in my book? And it smells like smoke. What you doing in there?
Yeah, if it smells like balls,
do you work at a barbershop?
Now, Todd tells me that you are a very smart man. He says like you're one of those Big Bang Theory dudes. So like Leonard or Sheldon or Wallowitz or Kuchipali. So I've got to ask myself, being the non-teacher person, which one are you? I mean, because you seem you own shops, you know some stuff about comics, but he says you're actually a scientifically smart guy.
I'm a little. I've been around.
Oh my God! Not saying you're a prostitute, okay?
Double, you're being cross-examined right now.
I'm just see in Comics of the Mind. I this is what I do. Okay, my first time being on with Sheldon, and so usually I ask questions because it's this way we get to know each other a little bit, get some better understanding about each other because we all have stories behind the comics about who we are. And I know Sheldon and I didn't get off of the right foot.
I agree.
So one thing as we grow to learn about each other, I just know he's just not a guy from Louisiana like sweet tea.
I do like my sweet tea. I do like my sweet tea.
And here we go with generalizations again. I'm not trying to put you in. I'm not. So that's why I'm just trying to say, okay, well, Todd says that you're a smart guy. So I'm like, okay, got some PhD in something. So I'm like, okay, well, then, yeah.
I do. I'll talk about it a lot. I have a Captain. Hey, Captain.
What's up, Captain Comics?
What's up, Captain?
Happy birthday, Captain. Is it your birthday?
It's not. It's no one's birthday. It's every day is a birthday when Captain is.
Every day is a birthday.
It's just our greeting.
Okay, good, nice.
But no, I have a PhD in human factors engineering, and I taught college statistics and research methods. for about 8 years. Then I went to work for NASA here in Houston. That's how come I live here.
Nice. One of my old homies is trying to do.
Okay. And
he wants to be an aeronautical engineer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a human factors engineer. So basically it's anything that the astronauts interact with. People or engineers will design, then we come in, design research and studies in order to test those things. And then, we write reports or do statistics or whatever analysis needs to be done. Yeah. That's why I don't like telling people very often that I have a PhD.
How you doing, dude?
We write reports and stuff. I mean, I have over 20-something publications. I am in Buzz Aldrin's last book. I worked with him on a habitat design for Mars mission.
That is awesome.
See, now he's just bragging.
No way.
Now he's just bragging.
Brag away.
I got all these publications.
I teach STEM to elementary students, so this like fascinates me.
Shelby, now you've gone to the swipe left category.
Well, okay. All right.
Swipe right. Let's not go back and swipe left. Okay.
You in for a millimeter, you in for a meter.
No. See again. You've gone down this road twice before and you lost. So let's try to see if we're going, because I assume you're going to try again at some point in time. Or maybe the Cats is it for you. Cats and some Barbarella books. I don't know. That's on you. So, but I mean, just let me say. I mean, you're a smart dude, man. You're a smart dude. So, utilize that when it comes because it comes out, man. It comes out. You stuff about your books. What's the best comic book you have?
Probably my early Fantastic Four. I'm a big Fantastic Four collector. I do have the FF #1, but it's the Power Records reprint. It's a Power Records reprint, but that's even going up. The earliest one I have is FF14. But I am complete.
I am Doom cover, is it?
That's the Dr. Doom cover.
Is it graded?
No.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm familiar with
that. You have any graded books?
Yeah, I've got three boxes of graded books.
What's your best graded book?
Probably my Iron Man #1.
And what's it graded at?
9.0.
Oh, nice.
That's a good book.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's a really good grade.
Yeah, I bought it raw. Yeah. So
nice.
See, well, that's what if you brought out some I don't know what your theory is on your auctions, but that's why I say, I mean, I know you got good books back there. Even if you brought some to put behind you, and so people can see, hey, that dude's got a pretty nice book back there. He's got a couple nice little books there, and maybe a couple of them might be coming up, that may be available for bidding.
Yeah, no, I don't like doing that because and I'll be honest with you, HGM, is I don't really watch those videos where people are like, I'm show off my collection because I get kind of jealous. So I really don't like showing off my collection too much. I've got some books.
I'm not. You see, I'm showing off my collection, don't you? You see, I show off my collection.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. I got nothing back here. It's not. I mean, we can get started, Todd.
Usually.
I don't think you want to go there now. I really don't. Look at him. Look at him.
There you go.
Yeah, I love my books. It's not a competition to me.
Yeah,
Oh, I understand it, but
No, I do. You collect what you like. Like I'm a
Absolutely.
huge Wonder. Like
Absolutely.
I'm working on the Avengers run. Wonder Man is one of my
Right.
favorite characters. Like,
it is.
boom.
I love that first costume. That first costume, the green and red, is
I do
great.
too.
I love the first costume.
Although I do like Bill's the Bill Sinkovich issue #1 cover. Like I have that one too somewhere in my box. Like, but I love all his like single stuff, like his stuff from the West Coast Avengers. Like you collect what you like. Like I don't collect all Fantastic Four, but I collect every Fantastic Four that has the Inhumans because I love the Inhumans. Like first appearance of the Inhumans. Boom.
Yeah.
And then here's issue number 47, but it's because it's an Inhumans issue. I have number 37, which is first Gorgon, because it's Inhumans.
And
yeah, I mean, you collect what you like.
I'm complete from number 23 all the way up. So
nice.
In the entire run,
I would love to,
all volumes, everything. Yeah.
I would love to have 48 and 49, but
how
those are pricey.
How much of those are graded?
How many are graded?
How many of those in that run are graded?
Probably maybe 4 or 5.
Okay, but most of them are raw.
Yeah.
That is a very nice collection there, Shelby. I got to move you up one on that one. I got to move you up one on that one. I mean, because they're not
so nice.
Well, people didn't come to see us go at each other.
No, not at all.
That's not.
So it's all about finding ways to connect and talk and feel better about each other.
All about building bridges.
Well, because I can be kind of abrasive. I can. And I know that first time Shelby was not happy with me. So, it's just one of those things where I just want to, just to learn more about the man and understand. Okay, well, hey, he's a big Fantastic Four person. He has each and every issue, and that's outstanding. That is a tough run to get. They have a lot of.
I agree.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Do you collect Silver Surfer?
I'm sorry.
Do you collect Silver Surfer?
Yeah, I got that. That's complete also.
Nice.
Yeah, that run's complete. Yeah,
So,
Captain Marvel is complete. All those are complete runs for me.
So let me ask you this. Especially a Silver Surfer 1 and 4.
Yeah.
How come they're not graded?
The 1 is graded. I
4?
sent that in. The number 1 I sent in and got graded. It came back, I think, 8.0, if I'm not mistaken. And the number 4 is actually in for grading right now.
That is in for grading. All right.
Is 4
number 4
the
is
one with the
Thor cover.
Yeah, that's the only one I want. That's the only one I want. And then there's an issue I'm working on the Tales of Astonished collection, and there's issue number, I think it's 73, where there's it's Hulk and Silver Surfer on the board, and that's a pricey book because it's a Silver Surfer cover. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a clean book, but it's pricey.
Well, but that's what the big books can be. They can be kind of pricey.
Yeah.
And
your Fantastic Fours. I mean, at some point in time, I mean, you got some pretty big books there. If you only have 4 or 5 of them not only graded, you got some pretty big.
And that's one thing I've thought about trying to do is slowly start trying to get them graded and stuff. A lot of it is I tell people I kind of got lucky. Is my last divorce was in 2004. And I hadn't really been collecting because a lot of people quit collecting back in the 90s, right? Comics sucked, dude. And, is the big bust after the comic boom.
I've heard the same thing.
Yeah. You and I have talked about it, Mind Shift. And after I got my divorce, I was very depressed. And I thought about, well, what was it that used to make me happy? And my answer was collecting comic books. And luckily, the market was at a pretty low period still. And so I started buying books. And so I got some really killer deals on books that I always wanted to own when I was a kid, right? Which was, try to get full run of Fantastic Four, full run of Silver Surfer, full run of Captain Marvel, Hulk 181. I've got a full run of Giant Size. And I don't mean just Giant Size X-Men. I mean every Giant Size from the 70s.
Nice.
I've got I always loved Marvel monster books, so full run of Werewolf by Night, Frankenstein's Monster, Unknown World, Amazing Adventures, Marvel Comics Presents, Marvel Spotlight, or Marvel Presents, Marvel Spotlight, so it was just, just happened to have time and some money during a low point in comics, and built up a pretty nice collection over the years. So,
Nice.
So how many long boxes?
I wish I could have been a collector from like the 90s or 80s.
How many long boxes do you have, Shelby?
I'm too old to carry long boxes, so I have about 54 short boxes.
All right, so about 27 long boxes. All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I carry long boxes, but very slowly.
Exactly right. Hey, I remember when I was younger, man. I used to carry 3 long boxes at a time, dude.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That's a very long time ago. Or carry 2 on each shoulder.
Done that. Yeah, done that.
It felt really
hilarious. Everybody keeps warning me because I have 10 long boxes and 3 short boxes, and everybody keeps telling me you better downgrade to like short boxes, dude, because as soon as you get a little bit older, it's gonna be a little bit harder.
I have both short boxes and long boxes. Long boxes are definitely heavier. I think they weigh about 40 to 50 pounds when they're full.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had a great time back in the 80s. I graduated high school in 87, opened up my first store in 88. Owned stores up until around 92, 93. I was in North Louisiana. No, I was in North Louisiana.
Okay, gotcha.
But we would drive over I would do shows all the way as far as Jackson, Mississippi. I would do shows in Shreveport and in Dallas. We would drive down to Austin for some great toy shows that used to go on in Austin back in the day, man. You see so many Migos and stuff back then. It was so amazing. To see all that stuff, and technology, I was working with computers and stuff back then, so it was early computers. I remember going to a lecture with Timothy Leary talking about the use of LSD with virtual reality.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
He's going back down the rabbit hole there, Todd. He's going back down. Going back down. Once you start drumming,
keep going.
Here he goes.
No, I'd love to hear y'all's story. Y'all tell me a story.
No, I mean we're just, let's say we're just I'm just where'd you go to undergrad?
University of Louisiana at Monroe.
Okay, and you got all your degrees from there?
No, I got my bachelor's in psychology, my master's in experimental, and then I went to Wichita State University and did my PhD.
Okay. All right. So,
well, thank you, Dan Diesel. Wow.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Hilarious.
I guess.
Yeah,
Shelby,
you definitely don't. I agree. You don't match your age.
I guess Shelby will decide whether he's going to be top or bottom for Dan Diesel, then I guess I don't know. Knock yourself out. Enjoy.
Anyway, this isn't the Shelby Show. What about you? You from up north, right?
I'm from Washington D.C. Yes.
Okay.
Born and raised, or where?
Born and raised from D.C.
Nice.
So went to school in Indiana, came back home, went to grad school and business school, and kind of got married and kind of stayed in the area. So, but I think, like I was telling Todd, I said, I grew up in the era when you didn't have all the internet, you didn't have all the ton of stores and stuff like that. I mean, you just had just local 7-Eleven, Crown Bookstore, stuff like that. I'd ride my bike, get my $2, get 12 copies, 12 copies, 12 books, a quarter book, take them home and read.
Yeah.
And that's how my love for comics grew. And then, once I got into college, I had my box and carried along with me.
Doesn't Hogwarts make like lunch meats or something? I think Hogwarts like bologna or something.
Why are you talking about Hogwarts?
I thought you were talking about Hogwarts, like Hogwarts from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I thought it was from. Yeah.
Harry Potter, the character that was allegedly stolen from Rick Hunter from what's
So did you ever
Books of Magic by Tim Hunter?
Yeah.
Hormels. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Hormels. Well, you were the one typing in Hogwarts, man, not Hormels. But I mean,
Hormels. Never heard of Hormels.
Someone's a big. Oh, I got to ask a question. All the Star Wars that you keep hyping in your Star Wars. Shelby's hype Star Wars all the time. You hype it pickled, what's his name, or foiled. You foiled hype Star Wars a lot. And I got to ask you why. Let's talk comics now. Let's get some comics discussion instead of history.
One, it's hot again. I mean, I have a full run of Star Wars because I loved it, the Marvel Star Wars. And I tried reading, and I did the Dark Horse when it first came out, but then it just got too huge. I mean, they just pumped out so many books.
But you
was in the 90s, so I didn't really collect much in the 90s.
But you guys talk with any Star Wars title that you guys throw up. You guys are saying, okay, Star Wars is hot, pick up everything, get all the Star Wars you can. And I'm just like, well, not everything is hot. Everything tied to the Mandalorian is hot. Yes, but not necessarily everything that's Star Wars.
No, I agree. There's stuff that isn't very hot. And I've got several Star Wars runs that, are just nice, but aren't necessarily hot. Like, some reason I ended up with 4 sets of this a couple of months ago. This is not a hot book, but it's a nice condition book, and it's reasonably priced, and it's a good read. So, compared to this.
See, but one of the problems that I have with you with your lot, Shelby, is you put those lots up instead of, and because Star Wars is hot, and if you have a lot of Star Wars, then you go to the. There's a reason why that certain things are hot and some are not. And for me, it's like, okay, if the Kanan series is hot, or the Dark Republic stuff is hot, yeah, put some of that stuff up, because that's what people are going to want, and not just it's a good read or stuff like that. I'm like, I'm sitting there going, okay, we got to go through 30 books of this title I know nothing about, unless you tell me exactly what's important about it. Because I mean, I admit I don't know every Star Wars, and I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan, because unfortunately I'm a little bit older than you, not much, but a little bit. All right, there's the cat.
He's off. And he's off.
What's up, AA Comics?
So it's just a matter. It's a matter of just trying to.
What's up, AA?
You know, when you guys are talking up, you're talking your lots. You know, I mean, one of the things I always listen for, and comes to the mind. You tell me, because I know because you listen to is, okay, I may not know anything about that lot you put up. Tell me something that's going to help educate me to say, okay, this is why I kind of want that, and not just the general hype saying, okay, Star Wars and all Star Wars is hot. I mean, like first appearance of Thrawn. You know what book that came in, so fine. You know what that is. First appearance of the Rebels because of the Mandalorian. Those things are that type of stuff. Or this is the first series that Split in the Mind's Eye that came after the story after the original Star Wars 4. I mean, that type of stuff I think helps me understand what's important about this person. Or just saying, well, this is the first appearance of Darth Bane. Okay, well, who's Darth Bane? Help me out, because I mean, that would give me better understanding on why you like it, why I should read it and invest my money in getting it, and that's why there's a lot of times now we'll just sit there because like I tell Todd, I am always at your auctions. I'm always lurking in the background. I don't say a word until it's time for me to come get something that I want. But when I'm seeing you, I'm just trying to figure, why is that important? Why is he putting that up? Why does he want me to get that? Because if I got a reason to get it, I'll gladly come get it. That's just but that just here's a lot. And as I kept saying, get this stuff out of my house lots. I just don't want to be one of those. Just give me a reason to like the book. Give me a reason to want the book. And I think that's one of the things that you look at, because the some books you can put up, everyone knows what they are. Everyone knows what it is. They know it's desirable. They know, okay, this is a nice book. Love to have it in the collection. But if it's something that you say, okay, they may not know it, help us out.
I will write a better synopsis from now on, and
you don't have to write it. Just this is why I like this book. This is why I brought this book out. I mean, so that way, hey, someone else can say, okay, well, okay, now I understand that. I mean, it may have some minor keys or may have some minor significance, and we can continue on. That's why I like Todd. I mean, Todd pulls the books out. He pulls some nice Silver Age books out. And that's what I say. If you got some good Silver or Bronze or Copper Age books, especially now that you got Fantastic Four. So I know you've got some good books, and I know you just don't have one of each. I know you have quite a few. You might want to consider putting those, because I mean, those will get you money. Those will get you money. And
Bill's always got a plan. So don't worry.
Who's got a plan?
Shelby. Shelby got a plan.
Oh, really? Okay. Is that for tomorrow?
Ooh. I saw a Black Bolt in it. Oh.
No.
What issue is that?
Number 32. Probably in a VF minus. It's very, very beautiful. Actually, you can see what I paid for it. I bought it as a 7.5 and paid $120. So probably not quite 120, but yeah, it's about $120, $140 book. So yeah, I mean, there's always stuff like that.
So let me ask you this. Don't say anything, Todd. Don't say anything. Don't. What are you gonna put that book up? No. How much are you gonna put that book up for?
Well, won't you teach me, since you are more of a customer right now, what would entice you? So one, I mean, you got to look at it, and you sell.
I
so
do.
You got to look at it from, all right, I may not make back my money, but I would hope maybe it's increased in value since I've purchased it. And I still want people to get a good deal.
So
You know,
Comics
maybe
Undead.
2%, 20% off.
You got a good check going.
Okay, so the Fantastic Four that you just had, was that Fantastic Four 32?
Yep.
All right, so how much do you want out of that? I mean, minimal. I mean,
I'm very happy with probably $100. So
I'd give you $100 for that.
So if you honestly want $100 out of that, okay,
I would give you $100.
Huh?
I would give him $100 for that.
Well, maybe you would,
but you would hope that it'd go for a little more, right?
Again, you have this is where you have to look at your clientele. The big thing about Silver Age books is that unless they grade over an 8.0, they're not going to be worth that. I mean, if you look that up, Fantastic Four 32 now in Comics Price Guide or Go Collect or whatever, eBay or whatever. I mean, find out what one's going for.
Fantastic Four 32 and Go Collect.
Go Collect or any of the. Because the eBay, Go Collect, and the Comics Price Guide are the main ones that people can catch relatively quickly. You know, in the 2 minutes that Meta has his line down.
Let's see what Abigail we're paying at $100.
So
Nightmare Mint says 110.
Right. So for it to be worth 100, it has to get. In what I'm looking at, for it to be worth $100, it would have to grade at a 7.5. Okay. Do you think that's a 7.5 book that you've got there?
Yes.
Okay. And so right now you're asking right at what it is, right at market. So the issue is, what about that book is going to entice someone to want actually to buy it from you? Because if it's graded at a 7.5 and it's worth $110, how can you ask them to buy it at the same price raw?
No one ever said what I would want. All Todd asked was, what would I want to get out of it?
That's what I asked.
So, or you asked.
I asked. But when you come up, you show that book off, okay, you got to look and say, okay, well, what does it have to grade at for me to get the price that I want? And so then as a customer, you got to say, okay, if the graded value has to be a certain amount for it to be worth that, I now must have to take at least the cost of grading out because I didn't do the work. I can't tell them pay the graded price and then spend the money to grade it on your own and then be in the hole on the book. They're just not going to do that for Silver Age. It's just not going to happen. And since you're a math person, you can show the book off and say, okay, this is a really nice copy of the book. But if you go on the census, okay, the census will tell you what percentage of books they've had that grade higher than yours. Okay, then that becomes a factor of the price that people are willing to pay for that. Because they say only 20% of all the books that came through CGC graded an 8.0 or higher, then that means there's an 80% chance that book's going to be below it. So then, 8 times out of 10, I encounter that book, it's going to be below that grade. And so then I've got to look at you and go, so the chance that this book that you're now presenting to me is going to grade higher than that without it being graded is probably going to be 20%. So now how do I factor that into the amount of money you're asking me to pay for the book? Okay? So that's why when the first time you asked, and I gave you some, said start at 50 or something like that. You're really upset because it's really too low, really too low. I don't want to take low for that book. But you got to start factoring that stuff in. If you have the thought and you want that book for $100, you want to sell that book for $100, then as Todd says, you got to do a buy it now on that, and say buy it now $100, and see if there's any interest in that book whatsoever. Okay, and that way you'll know. Okay, that's what it's going to be. Because again, if you do the research on your own and really figure out exactly what the actual amount it's going to go for, and because that's what we're doing, then you can better price the book and place it where someone's going to go, okay, I'll take a chance on it. Beautiful book, good looking book. I'll take a chance on it, and maybe they'll do the work to try to get it to a nice grade. But that's the joy about this stuff. So that's what Todd puts his books up. They're all reasonably priced. He's not trying to make them in. He rolls over. He does volume. Now, if he's got a really good one, he knows about it's a good one, and he puts it there at a good price, but not a killer price, because that's why as soon as the camera goes off, Todd's working his phone, and I know he's working his phone, IGing people, or looking up his books, trying to see what's what, just like we're all doing when we're sitting there in the shadows, trying to figure stuff out. So I'm just simply saying, I mean, that's why I told you have some good books. I know you got some good books. You wrote some shots, and if your ex-wife only took the ASM 300s, she was the stupid fool, because I'd have been having and giving it to her because you got some other really good books. I'd have taken that FF run in a heartbeat and left you with the ASM 300s. But she didn't have counsel who knew comic books. You got to do with that one. It's just and like see other guys weigh in, because you guys do the same thing. But that's part of the factoring into, try to present it out, thoughtfully for the community to say, okay, well, it's a good book. It's a nice book. It may not be worth what I paid for it, but hey, it's at least it's not worth $2, which a lot of modern books are.
That's why I saw a lot of them for a buck.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, Shelby. You got a lot of books, and you got a lot of good books, and you have good potential to really have some good auctions, some where you'll be satisfied coming back and you made some good serious money. The cats are eating well tonight. We can get I don't know, Blue Mountain or whatever, but it's just a matter of just a little better pricing, and then people like Flavored OG, myself, Contender, Baki, there are a bunch of us that lurk behind these auctions because we love Silver Age stuff, silver, bronze, and copper. We love that stuff. We're not going to tell you what we want on the auction because we don't know what we want, but we know when we see it. I'll tell you right now, you brought that Silver Surfer 4 out, there would be a huge war for that.
Oh, I'm sure.
War. I'm not sure if you ever plan on selling it, whatever, or not. Maybe you're not.
Not right now. It's my only copy, and some of that stuff is off limits for the moment. But you're right. Some of these things are duplicates. Because I have been collecting for years.
Yeah.
And I am always happy to take advice, of what would make my auction and selling ability more desirable. So, right now you haven't really said a whole lot of, but, hey, I know how to look at a price guide. I know how to look at eBay and see what sold for prices are. I have an account with CGC and CVCS, and I can look up what has been done in the past and stuff. And then I can make a determination of what would be appropriate for that book. You also know, same as I do, is buy it nows doesn't seem to do as well as auctions. And you also know that a lot of y'all are lurking to get a good deal, just same as I would, right? Hey,
Absolutely.
that's why I scour eBay, man, because I'm always looking for that, where I can buy something below what the price guide says it is.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm doing, right? And that's what y'all are doing.
Yes, we are there.
I don't look at price guides. I just buy them by the box.
Well, I mean that's I mean, yes, I am there. I am there looking. I am there looking to get the best book I can for as cheap as I can get it. Everybody does. Everybody does. But I'm also willing to pay if it's a really desirable book. Like I'll tell you right now, if you put that SF4 Silver Surfer 4 up and it's in really good condition, people will pay close to market or above because that book does not come up that often. The rarer the book is, the seldom it comes up in an auction like this, especially when you're talking about 30 to 50 people watching. eBay, they're up all the time, but you got thousands of eyes working there, waiting to snipe, waiting to snatch it. But you come to your auctions, you got 30 to 50 people, maybe 60. So there's less competition going forward. So there's a better chance of having a decent chance to get it at a decent price. So, but that's why if your starting price is decent, if your starting price is thoughtful enough, then it's going to say, okay, well, it's not right at market, it's close to it, but there's a chance I can get it, no fees, no taxes. I can have it in my hands within a week, and I can get it and not have much competition for it. I mean, you don't have to start at $10. You just simply start at a comfortable price. But if it's a desirable book, and we all know what desirable books are out there. We all do.
I know what books I might sell and what books I'm definitely gonna sell. It's not rocket science, but you gotta balance it.
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of some filler stuff and I get rid of some better stuff. I just keep it fluid.
Well, I mean, because like I said, I was watching the auctions, and there are a lot of people that have burnout, but the good books still get sold, and that's one thing I've been noticing all these past months. Is no matter how many auctions there are, if good books go up, they get sold, and the people who have money to buy them will buy them. Okay, so we can say now: is it burned out for the crap? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But the good books, just like last night. Last night I was trolling 3 auctions. 3. Really had no intention of buying anything, but then all of a sudden, an ASM 300, 9.6, signed by Todd McFarlane came up. Okay, now I'm interested because that doesn't come up that often, not at all. And so went out and so the guy put that one up. So we got that one done. Then he put up a Green Lantern 87. Put that one up, and then he's putting up another. I want to say another really key book. And he got the money that he wanted on all 3 books. So it's not that they are. The good books will always still sell. And that's how it always is. I mean, the filler crap now, Venom, Thor, Miles Morales, that current stuff, yeah, that's ebbing and flowing. That's ebbing and flowing. But the good stuff, good solid key stuff, that'll go. I mean, because like I said, I did an auction, Thunder Gods auction tonight, and every lot I put up, sold. But I got my lots, priced correctly, and they weren't that crazy and nuts, and nothing was over 4 books, because I don't want to do a whole ton of shipping. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time going through all the books. and all that stuff. But put decent books up. I mean, one of the books I put up, well, I put this one up, second print. Put that up. That sold for what was it, 115 actually. And I started at 40. Started at $40. Just because it said okay, just to be mindful, but and it had 20 people in the chat. You know, I'm just saying, try it, and see what results you get back. You know, especially if you got some duplicates that you're not screening on, you might be surprised about what comes back to you. You know, you might. I mean, I love Silver Age books. I never got a chance to collect Silver Age books when I was growing up because they weren't available. I mean, you all know it. They weren't around. You know, but now we have a chance to get some of these, and they have some of the best art on the covers. You had Jack Kirby, you know, drawn throughout the entire thing. You know, you had some great art in those things, great books, and so you know, a good chance to earn some. And Shelby, you seem like you have some in some really good shape, some really nice shape. So you got some dupes. You might want to throw them up in. If you know you got Inhumans, you know Mineshaft will be right there for them. Won't you, Mineshaft?
Well, first, I haven't heard what your actual suggestion is. You know, I mean, are you saying to put it up at half price for an auction? Is that what you're saying? Because I haven't heard a suggestion yet.
I'm not saying. Again. I am not what I'm not you, and I'm not looking at the chat like you are looking at the chat. Okay, a lot of it depends on what's everyone else selling. You know, can I be am I going to be the Bronze Age guy? You know, am I going to be the Silver Age guy? Am I going to do the modern stuff? Where do I want to be in this? You know, because that's your place in that panel. Because I have no idea what your rotation schedule is and none of that stuff. Your place in that panel is going to determine exactly where you stand out. Because then when you're sitting there asking people are going to sit there and go, I know that Shelby's going to bring out some Bronze or Copper Age good books. They may not be major keys, but there will be some good filler books, 10, 15, or 15, 20, 25 center books that are really nice, in good shape, good quality. Some good readers that I can get for 10, 15 bucks a lot. Okay? Or he may bring out a decent minor key that I can get for 60 or 80 bucks, depending on what he decides to bring out. But that's where you start carving that niche. That's where you start carving that niche for yourself, so people know where you are, and then that makes you more desirable to get better on the schedule. Because, like I say, I mean, you fight for rotation time. I know you guys. I don't know how many are in the stable. You know.
Well, we never know. But I think a better question is something that came up earlier is, there are a lot of auction choices around right now. And yeah. And, I think sometimes that some of the auctions maybe get known for and attract clientele that is only willing to spend some amount.
I think you pretty much described everybody who buys comics.
Pretty much.
I mean, look. I don't worry about about everybody else that's doing auctions. Good for them. Let them do their thing.
Yeah,
Bring it to the community. That's cool. Get the books to the people in the community. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my auctions. I'm gonna sell my books. There's a stronger market having multiple auctions than there is to be one dominant auction house. It's the truth. Think about it. The model of distribution. It's all messed up because Diamond had a monopoly for so many years, and it's still essentially a monopoly. Because if you want to sell new comics at retail, you have to deal with Diamond.
Yeah,
and you have to deal with one of these other retailers / wholesalers. It's the way it is.
Now, Dan Diesel has a question, and he said, "Why can't I be the everything guy? I'm a loaded potato, sir." Now, I'll tell you, Dan Diesel, I deal with just DC and Marvel. I do no independents. I don't do horror. I don't do cherry pop tart or any of that stuff because there are too many niches in this hobby to be knowledgeable about everything. So what I choose to do is I choose to just be. I know the stuff that I have, and I know the stuff that I like. So when I bring that forth, I'm not trying to find something else to hype my stuff. I know what it is. I like it, and I can explain it and say, okay, this is why I have it for you. I think you spread yourself too thin if you try to just sell everything because something's trying to kill the children. I didn't read that book. You know, so
I want to read it.
Yeah, I mean, but there's so many of them, so many good reads out there supposedly. I just don't have the time. That's one thing when you quit collecting for a while and you live life and stuff outside of comics.
I think you get out of reader shape, because I used to go get a big stack of books, and as fast as I could devour them, I would, and now it's like more of a shorter read. But honestly, I don't think it's that. I mean, there's still good quality stories out there to read. There's no doubt. I've read, even in the lower frequency I've been reading, I'm still reading good stories, but it's more of a chore, and it might be that I'm busier, I have more responsibility, I have more things to do, and and it's just there's not as much opportunity, and I let it slide, but I still think about what trying to be more consistent.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, it's. I mean, like I say, everyone would do their own thing. The thing that you've got to do, you've got to decide, is where you want to be on this in this pecking order. What do you want? What do you want to? What kind of books do you want to represent? And what you want people to think about your books? About what kind of books you bring up, and that becomes the biggest thing. I mean, and that's what you have to decide. So, I mean, what you put that book up at. You said that's the fourth appearance of Kang?
What?
No, Shelby.
What?
Did you say that's the fourth appearance of Kang?
What?
That book you were going to put up.
I never said anything about Kang.
Then what's so important about the book?
I never said anything about Kang. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the importance about the book?
Which book?
The one you were saying you were talking about the starting bid.
Fantastic Four 32.
There we go.
Oh, I'm just showing what the earliest Silver Age Fantastic Four I have that could be for sale. That's all. I have no idea if there's anything minor key special about it because I haven't looked it up. It's Jack Kirby artwork, of course, and it's in beautiful condition. So, but I don't think it's a minor key or anything. And if you want to call it a filler book, then that's fine. Because there's no, I guess, key to it, but it's a Fantastic Four number 32, and 7.5 to 8.0. So, I mean,
Todd, how would you, if you had that book, would you package it with something else or just try to sell it solo?
It would honestly, it would depend how much I had into it, because that's really what drives me. But I buy stuff. I wouldn't have paid $100 for that book to try and flip it. There's no room in there for me at $100.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If I can pick that book up for $20 to $30, then I can throw it out for $40 and try and make, and I'm going to make at least 10. I might make more if it goes. I'm not. If I'm gonna lay out $100, it's gotta have more, be more substantial.
Well, I presume Shelby bought that a while ago, right?
Well, you said you paid like $100 for it, right? Or
I have no idea what I paid for it. I'm just telling you what.
But you said the sticker was on the.
I'm telling you what the sticker said. I do not have any remembrance of what I paid for it, but I'm sure I bought it many years ago, and I'm not sure what the price has gone up to, or if it has gone up since then. I'm not really positive what this. Yeah.
So what
we're trying to get at here, because so far I feel like all it's been is, let's,
no one's ganging up on you. I'm not trying to gang up on you. I'm just talking. That's all I'm doing is just talking.
I'm just like, honestly, I take a different approach to the auctions in that I just have different expectations for different books.
Okay.
Any lot I sell up that starts at $1 a book, unless I know there's somebody, somebody said, "Hey, do you have any Daredevil?" And then I'm throwing up a Daredevil lot.
Right.
I might know that that's got a good chance to go because somebody asked for it.
Right.
But otherwise, I'm pretty much just rolling the dice. But I'm trying to present something that's a good value, that has decent books, maybe has a couple of older books or whatever, and is a good value at the $10 or $15 price point. But I promise you, like it's everything I list is I offer is at a price I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know all that before I'm ever close to holding the book up. I personally
comics
have to know. I can't wait till I'm holding the book up to think about what I'm going to sell it for. That's just me personally. I'm not, that's not me criticizing anyone.
Right.
So I scratch my head a lot of times when a lot of people say, "How much should I sell this for?" How can I possibly tell you that? I didn't buy it. I don't know what you have into it. I don't know what your expectations are. I don't know what your approach is, man. I don't know if you just want your money back, if you're trying to make the most money you can on everything. I don't know what different people's mentalities are.
Yeah, I think what I see from a lot of people is that if you approach the auction as I've got 5, maybe 6 rounds or more, however many rounds I've got, to come out in a positive cash flow. I may not win on every lot, but as long as at the end of the night I've made more than it cost me to put this stuff up, then I should be fine. I don't think you can win on every lot. And if you try to do that on every lot, it becomes apparent. And then, eventually.
Unless you just have enough books that are that good. If I do 5 rounds of different of a variety of Silver Age lots, unless there's only 2 people buying and they just get, they can only spend so much that night.
Sure.
Because that stuff can get expensive.
It can. That's why.
Well, right. That's kind of my reasoning in trying to bring up the discussion about so many auctions is that, I feel like that, of course, the online YouTube comic buying community is a finite set of people with, of course, a finite set of money to spend. And
why does it have to be finite? There's so many people out there. YouTube is basically people with Google accounts. There's so many people out there. You're putting like these limiting factors on what you think is available. Just because 30 people tune into my auction doesn't mean those are the only 30 people that might possibly buy from me. You know, they people talk, people have friends. They might bring somebody else in. Somebody else might bring somebody else in. Somebody might see me on another show. I just think as long as I keep doing, if any auction on YouTube keeps doing consistently a good presentation and delivers the books and gives a good value, they're going to survive. They're going to be around. And you know, there's always going to be many camps, many groups, many people doing it because it can be lucrative on a certain level. For me, I get new comics, you know. I'm really taking a very like, you know, get it inch by inch rather than mile by mile.
Yeah.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady wins the race, as they say.
You know, I know I got a lot of books to move,
Yeah.
so I'm not trying to like just shoot all my bazookas off in the first round.
So is Cherry Pop-Tart one of these like Vampirella people?
No, Cherry Pop-Tart is it crosses that line into adult comics.
Okay.
It came out in the 70s as like a kind of underground comic, and it was very much a kind of a satire, but which kind of like was drawn in the style of an Archie book, but did things that they did in like adult.
Yeah, I've seen some of that
material.
cover.
Yeah, it's in the realm of like a Harvey Crumb type of era book. You know, from the 70s, I'm almost sure. But yeah, no, that's one of those books, kind of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, is that they could only afford so many in the first print run, then it sold out. So there was more in the second and third print runs. Unlike today, where you may have 20,000 in your first print run, then 10,000 in the second print run, 5,000 in the third print run. You know, back then they made enough money to where they could do higher second and third print runs. So you're always going to find more second and third print TMNT #1s than you will first prints.
Well, yeah. Because when you struggle, that's what
Cherry Pop-Tarts. So
those Cherry Pop-Tarts like that.
Yeah, it sold out back in the day.
This is a reprint. This is a reprint of #1 with a Peach Momoko cover.
Okay.
This thing's sold out. This is like probably like $100 book now. I sold a couple, one for 80, one for 85, one for 90. This is my last one. So I'm not really, I don't know, I'll probably hang on to this one, at least for a while. I don't know.
So what do you plan on selling tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah.
What I have in these boxes around me.
Shelby, are you on tomorrow too?
Yeah. I'm going to go through the Silver and Bronze Age books, and you know, like I'd already planned on doing a little research, seeing if there's anything special, and kind of put together some of that stuff. Of course, at the end of the month, I'll have my special horror only auction, so that should be pretty fun.
I do not do horror at all.
No, but a lot of people do, and I've gotten a lot of requests. So, and people seem kind of excited about this. So,
I'm sure you have, and you'll have. I'm sure you'll get some people that will. Now, like I said,
I hear your comics on the edge. It's a style thing, you know.
Now, do you have House of Secrets 61?
Style.
I'm not a big DC horror guy, but that's a good one I'd love to have because of the first Swamp Thing appearance.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I thought that was Eclipse that was in that. I know Swamp Thing was in that one as well.
Oh, I don't know. I just assumed since you
Which
said
one?
House of Secrets, it was the Swamp Thing one.
No, House of Secrets 61.
Oh, I have no idea what's in that one then.
Swamp
That's
Thing
first
is number 2.
Yeah, first appearance of Eclipso.
Mm.
That's the House of Secrets one. You know,
That's a weird book for him to show up in as his first
Gotcha.
appearance.
but that's his first appearance in 1963, all the way back then. So
I like to think I kind of do like improvisational jazz. I just spread out, or like an impromptu painting. I just spread all my colors out.
gotta
then
pick them up.
I feel the vibe from the chat, and I see what's going on, and I just make it happen. It's just in me. It just comes out.
Okay. With a little help from your friends.
Hey, I mean, I take input from all avenues.
There you go.
You know, I'm open-minded. It's not the, you know, there's definitely, I look for information.
Which one is considered better, Vampirella or Red Sonja?
Vampirella the magazine number one's probably worth way more than Red Sonja's first appearance.
I mean, just in generally more popular.
I don't know. I don't know. It's. I mean, right now, from what I sell, I probably sell more Vampirella than Red Sonja, but I don't really sell that much of either one. A new issue comes out, and I sell one or two cover sets, and that's it. I really just I provide it for a couple customers that I know want it.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when Shell was at one of my auctions and I had some Red Sonja, and he said it was not enough cleavage. Put too many clothes on.
I have all the like, for example, like the Marvel feature Red Sonjas, all that stuff, all the old '70s stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Red Sonja that I love.
Night Diesel Dan.
Night Diesel Dan.
Thank you for stopping by, dude. Appreciate it. Do you guys have any reads of the week? Did you guys able to read any of your books from
this week?
I picked this up. I'm looking forward to reading it.
Oh, amazing! I can't.
You haven't read it yet? It has it has more pages.
What's that? What'd you say? It's okay. It's all the back's all jacked up, but I got it for $3.
Is that first print or?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
I just assumed when I saw how jacked up the back was. Actually, it's a second edition, so I guess it's not a first print. I don't care. It's all jacked up anyway. I got it to read. It was a whopping $3.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great story.
I figure even something like this, I bought it to read. So even if I read it and I have $3 into it, I should be able to get the $3 out of that if I want. You know, I could shift this from my collection to what's for sale pretty easy and get my probably I bet I could even make $1 on that. I think I could put it out for $4. That's my whole mentality. If I sell enough books that I make $1 on, I can buy my book.
That's right. That's how I look at it too.
Let the hobby pay for itself, as they say.
That's how I got this.
Probably one of my top reads.
Now I did see a YouTube thing today where people are bragging that Rorschach book is really good.
Yeah, I got a copy.
It is, dude. I'm telling you, as soon as the book starts off, it's just like, are you serious?
Yeah.
It's just like, where am I gonna go with the story?
Yeah, that's what they said in reviews. So I'm gonna have to pick that up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that up.
I'm telling you,
I
dude.
didn't bother with any of that other
And
stuff.
then once in future, this will.
Okay.
I thought I got Rorschach. I thought it was around somewhere. I thought I got a copy of Rorschach. I don't see it, but it might.
Thank you, Taylor. Thank you for stopping by.
I picked these 3 or 4 books when I saw Josh today. I picked these up. I found this Darth Vader 6.
Nice.
the end hook leaf cover. So I got 1, 2, 3 of those. I think there's a first appearance in here that is like kind of driving some attention. There's another one. Then I got this just because I thought it was a cool cover, kind of shiny and.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Licking
have that
the
one too.
Watchman button.
I'm afraid to touch it because
Yeah.
I'll put a fingerprint all over it.
I am too, dude. I read one of my Alex Ross timeless covers, and I put fingerprints on that. And I was so
That
mad.
thing's pretty sweet. I was pretty psyched to find these. I didn't find any on Wednesday. Every place that I looked for them on Wednesday was sold out.
All right. I'm going to have to drop off, guys. It was
Okay,
fun.
Shelby. Thanks
You
for your time, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. If y'all want to talk some more, then.
All right, do you want to?
Me? All right, mine. Take care, buddy. HGM. Todd. See you later.
Do you want to go ahead and? Do you want to?
I'll be on
Nice.
the Meta channel tomorrow night. Like I said, I'll also be doing an all horror auction on Friday the 30th on Meta's channel. And I've got a lot of special things planned throughout the month. And tomorrow I plan on trying to bring out a few of these nice bronze and silver books. So people can delightfully add to their collections. But usually Tuesdays I've been on Barbarian's channel visiting with him, and usually I say Wednesday is my night off, but I ended up hanging out and harassing people anyway. So all right, peace, love, and comics.
Later, Shelby.
Peace out, Shelby. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye. All right, see you, buddy.
First, and then there were 3. Let's see. There we go.
All right. So
Yeah, I agree. Comics on the Edge, man. I dig I dig underground comics. I like all that like avant-garde stuff. I have like this big hardcover slipcase of Wit's End, which is really awesome. It has a lot of classic artists in there. So I love heavy metal, and I was a kid who read like heavy metal and Fangoria and Starlog and all that kind of sci-fi horror stuff. That was kind of my cup of tea. I don't know. I'm also about, if I'm about selling books, I'm about selling books, and I'm just not like, I don't get why it doesn't make sense to me why some people will have, if like, I know why I'm selling certain books and not others. But if you can't just say, look, those, I'm not selling those. Like, I won't get and be, I won't. If I make a decision to sell a book, then I want to sell it. I want to get what I can get for it and be done with it.
Yep.
And move on and get the next book and
yep.
Repeat as necessary. It's just, there's no like, I can't think about it that much. I just can't. It's a number, and it's got to be like, I mean, and it's separate from my love of the books. I love my stories and reading them and the characters and the art. It's just two different facets of the same, hobby.
Right. So, Mind, what do you teach, Mind?
I work with elementary kids. So in the morning time, I do like phonetical work with small groups of like kinders and first graders, and then in the afternoon, I'm an after school teacher. So I'll teach a bunch of things like STEM, which is science, technology, math, and engineering, and I teach an art class. I entertain kids. I love it.
And you're in the Bay Area?
I definitely want to go back. Yeah, I'm in Oakland.
Okay. Expensive area. But nice.
It is. That's why I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to get out of here. It's gone up in the last literally 5-10 years. It's gone up in price. It's way too expensive. And now with the whole COVID situation going on, it's giving people an excuse to leave the Bay Area. So people are flocking out of here. Which it still won't make the price of living go down.
Not too much, but
nah.
So, no, I haven't been to San Francisco in a long time. But I was telling Todd I was planning on trying to move out to Vegas for the weather.
Nice.
May still do so at some point in time, but
Weather's nice out here. It's starting to cool down. It's starting to cool down and get a little nice out. I actually ate my dinner outside and back on the porch. It's out. The sun had gone down, and watched a little YouTube and enjoyed my supper.
Yeah, that's what I did last night. It was pretty cool. So I was able to
Here's my thing. There's a part of me that flips comics, right? Now, and I've been doing this since I was a kid, honestly and truly. It's a facet that I've embraced and done and participated in. I've set up at shows. I've done retail. I've really done. I have a good amount of experience, but there's still this other facet that is just 100% fanboy in me that just loves art and loves seeing a new artist that I've never seen before that just that connects or evokes something in me. And that's what keeps driving me to keep collecting. Sometimes I get more excited by looking in Amazon or wherever and finding out there's a new hardcover coming out for an artist that I really like and whose art I love. And, it's just that's something new to look at and check out. Or even finding not stupid, but just look, just because to me, I don't care what the book is worth. If I want it and it means something to me, then it's a good book to me.
Yeah.
So I like my Justice Machine that I read when I was a kid. So I collect that. I don't even know what issues I have and what I don't have. I just know when I see Justice Machine books in the 50-cent bin or the $1 bin, I grab them. Eventually, I'll organize them all and I'll probably have a run.
Right.
And then I'll realize, I got 6 copies of this one and 3 of this one and 4 of that one. And maybe I'll put some, Justice Machine lots together. I don't know. But it's and then it's just what I like to collect. And I don't really subscribe to the idea that you have to be beholden to a single publisher or certain publishers, because if I like Barry Windsor Smith and all of a sudden he's drawing for this company Valiant, I'm not going to not get the Barry Windsor Smith book because I only read Marvel and DC. I have to get that Barry Windsor Smith book. I don't care who's publishing it.
Right.
I remember buying his stuff when it was Ultraverse, when he was doing Rune. I didn't really care that. I didn't know the character. It was a new character. But I bought it because it was Barry Windsor Smith. I didn't care who published it. And so that's kind of what's driven me. I guess it's just I have a love for the art form of comics, and I've recognized that takes many different shapes and sizes and formats and just it's all it can really be a wide variety of words and pictures. So but I get if from a selling point of view, you're going to say, I'm going to stick to Marvel and DC because that's what I know. And I'm comfortable there and it makes sense to me. I get that. That's, as a selling strategy, for sure. That's why I say it's like a different facet.
Yeah.
As a seller, yes, I don't necessarily, there's books I just buy one of because I want to read it. And I only want to read it because I read it when I was 8 or 9 or 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I just it reminds me of those bygone days.
Yeah. I want to answer B. Ramey's question. I went to Notre Dame. He's a Ball State guy in Indiana. I almost sent my son to Ball State because they have a great scholarship for minorities. They have a scholarship that if you graduate outside of Indiana or Michigan and you have a B plus or more, you get in-state tuition. No questions asked.
Oh, nice.
That's an awesome scholarship. And so, yeah, my son
nice.
My son ended up getting that scholarship, but he ended up staying here local in Maryland. But it went from $45,000 down to $20,000, and that was a great scholarship. And Ball State is one of the Ball State is very few universities, especially D1 universities, that offers that kind of scholarship for minority students. So shout out to Ball State. I tell you, if you run across any students that fit that category, have them look it up. They're one of the very few that that are doing those kind of programs for especially for minority students. So it's really, really good. Okay, that's very nice. Very nice. Yeah, so that's yep. I couldn't afford Notre Dame prices anymore. Because when I went, Notre Dame was $7,700 a year.
Jeez.
And that was
wow.
That was tuition and room and board.
That was before college education became almost a lifelong mortgage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Yeah, now it's like $68 a year. It's insane. But I'm telling you, COVID's going to change some of that, because now everyone sees that you can still get that education and not have to be on campus. So
yep, a lot more campuses are making it affordable for students to go to school during this time too.
It's time to start rethinking that model, that you don't have to have the college experience of walking on the grounds to spend $60,000 a year. If I can get that same degree, by being at home and not paying all that stuff, they got to start rethinking their model of doing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have two of my roommates. They're in school right now, and they're doing school online, and it's just been more convenient, during this whole crisis. So they still go out and socialize with their friends. You may not be able to get that full college experience, but there's ways around it.
But you're not going to go into debt, $200,000 just for the chance of having a college experience. I mean, especially if this is a way cheap to be able to get your classes online and not have to worry about room and board, tuition, commuting, and all that stuff. And you still get the same quality education.
Yeah.
That becomes the issue. So, because I know my son's a senior at Maryland, and he graduates this fall. He graduates this winter, and he's been home since since March, and so he's sitting there going, so when it came time for this fall semester, all he did was pay his tuition, no room and board, nothing like that. He's just staying at home. So then it's like, okay, well, I don't. The good thing is it's in-state tuition, so I'm not paying private tuition. But you got to look at these private schools and go, hey, why are we paying all this extra money for our kids being out of state when they can't be on campus anyway for class?
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's interesting.
It is. It I think that it's going to have a change.
Well, it brought telecommunications to the forefront.
Yes.
We now live in a in a world where almost child to adult is able to communicate, over distance with a computer.
Virtually.
It's become
Yeah. It's so crazy.
It's become a skill as simple as dialing a telephone.
The biggest thing is having.
Dude, I work with elementary kids, so I see it.
if we have the infrastructure to get it to everybody, then yes, it's going to be much easier to do. And so.
But it's that's going to play out the way it plays out. I mean, there's going to be places that have a healthier budget and are able to adapt quicker, and places that don't. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. But it's look, VCRs came out. Not everybody had a VCR the first year they were available. But as the years went on, more and more people had VCRs, and they got cheaper and cheaper. I mean, that's just the way things generally work. I think there's more things that apply. The whole telecom. I mean, look, we basically, when we pop up on YouTube, I mean, we're basically simulating a comic store.
Yeah,
I'm just doing it one book at a time.
Yeah.
And that's just I mean, I do look. My whole motivation for doing it is really honestly, I just enjoy the whole experience and the meeting people and stuff like this and talking. So it's like it perpetuates my activity in the comic collecting community. I still, it keeps me interested. It keeps me like wanting to get stuff. I don't know. Like, I don't know why really like. I buy these three copies here. It's not my plan to just like try. I won't put them up and be like, "Hey, I just bought this. This is brand new. It's $8 from last week." If I start it, I'm going to start it at $4. So there's a chance I just get my money back.
Right.
I had those two hot books yesterday: the X-Men 12 and the Wolverine 6. Those are two hot books. I see them going for double, triple cover on eBay and other places. I sold them for $8, $4 a piece. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's I'm glad I went to one of my regulars because I know those books are tough to get right now. And he got them for me cheaper than he is anywhere else. So maybe I didn't make any money on that lot, but maybe I freaking made somebody happy.
Goodwill, man. You spread some goodwill, Todd.
That's to me, that's more important.
So you got Comics on the Edge. He's asked me about my Ultimate Fallout thing. I put it up at $40 and it sold at $75. So yeah, I was fine with it. I mean, I have 2 first prints. So you
sold the second print?
Yeah, I sold the second print.
Gotcha. Well, that sounds like a decent print.
I had no problem with it going.
I wonder if that book's going to spike again. They sort of made us an announcement about casting Miles.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw something about that.
Oh, for the MCU?
Well, there's a lot. I mean, I don't know if it's like confirmed or anything. There's just a lot of like speculation, I think, on like them bringing back the other actors who played Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, and the other guy
for like a multiverse guy.
No, the guy who was between and Tobey Maguire. He made the two movies.
Oh, Andrew.
I know you're talking about
something.
Yeah,
but I think there's because I think the rumor was that Doctor Strange is going to be in the third Spidey movie,
right?
And that's going to be like a Spider-Verse sort of situation.
Yeah, I can understand that. I understand that. I mean,
nice.
My Ultimate Fallout 4 is a long haul spec. The first prints I have, I don't plan on getting rid of it all.
I'll stop whining.
I'll keep them forever. I'll keep them for a long. I'll keep them for a very, 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 very long time. Because I mean, for me, long-term investing is different than speccing. So there's certain books that I buy that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hold on to this because I think this is gonna really do something. So That's why I think the Ultimate Fallout 4 is going to be around for a good while. I mean, but
Yeah, there's short-term plays and long. It's. But man, we're running super long.
okay.
I don't know. Mind Shift.
Oh yeah, I gotta bounce to the house. So let's we definitely gotta wrap up. Well, no, let's let Lawman. You wanna promote yourself real quick? Let the people know where you be at.
You gonna come back on Saturday?
I'll be on Saturday with you guys, with you on your auction.
Sounds good.
Nice.
I've got a YouTube channel. Come look at couple of my vids if you get a chance. Sub me up. Love to have you comment on some of the content I do. I don't hopefully try to do one a week, but very low budget. But I like high content, low budget. And then Sunday I'm on Strictly Comics affordable auctions as well, and I do that.
Oh, nice! I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Sunday 8:00 Eastern time.
I don't think I meant to tell you. I don't think the guy Strictly came on. I think it was one of the other guys on that panel that came on Meta's auction once, and he might have said he does Strictly's comic. Did Strictly's auction? I think
I've been following it.
Con Fishing.
Probably first edition.
Con Fishing.
Okay, Adam. Okay, Gone Fishing. Yeah, he's. I've seen him on Meta's auctions as well. But yeah, I like Sunday. Pretty much the only auction on Sunday is that one guy that does this on Sundays as well. But we get over 100 people. It's a good bunch of people.
Nice.
So
I peeked in some of those auctions. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty nice stuff. I mean, I think the clientele is nice, and we put up good books, and the panel gets along very well. So I'm good.
Yeah, I swung by last weekend, but I never stay long. I'm doing my school stuff on Sunday, and I just my mind's on in another place.
I understand. I mean, besides, you're doing like 4 auctions a week now. That's a lot. That's a lot of auctions. A lot of auctions. I mean,
I agree.
I'm off the key unit auctions of Tuesday or Wednesday and Saturday. I'm not doing those anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I got burned out doing 4 auctions a week. I just did. I mean, I've got the books to do it, but it's just I get kind of temperamental. So if I kind of disagree with how you, I mean, I'm not a big hype guy, so I don't talk up books just to talk them up. There's got to be reasons to talk them up.
Dude, to me, it's like this. If I put a key book, I shouldn't have to spend too much energy telling you what it is.
You know what it is.
12-cent Thors. These are 12-cent Thors. If you don't know what they are, you're not going to pay for them.
Exactly.
So let's just
keep going.
No,
I mean, I always get people when they go, "Oh, this is a $30 book all day." Oh, this book goes for $50. Y'all sleeping on this? No, not really. I mean, if they have an interest in it, they'll let you know. If not, but that's what I'm doing. So, Mind Shift, thank you so much. When I get off of here, I'm gonna sub you up.
Nice.
So let me get on and let me get on.
And I'm like,
thank you. I appreciate it.
Wait, one. I gotta. Goodness gracious. Oh, here it is. I gotta check.
I'm getting close to 400. I need to do a promotion, like a contest promotion. I'm still thinking of it. Thinking of one, but I definitely want to connect my YouTube and IG family. What's up, Todd?
I'm 21 away from 500 subs.
Well, there you go.
21. Right.
Nice.
So if you watch
What's up, Sleepy Reader?
What's up, Sleepy Reader?
We just about to end.
So yeah, we're just about finished. But hey, if you made it this long, or you're just showing up or whatever, if you sub up everybody in the panel, sub up everybody in the chat, everybody sub everybody, and when we grow as a community.
What you got going on?
Right now we're wrapping up Teachers Lounge episode. Is this episode 15?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. episode 15.
Oh yeah, we're close to 20.
Who'd have thunk it? But
I know, right?
yeah, I got the auction with Meta tomorrow. We got that exclusive cover for crossover one we're working. It looks pretty sharp. It honestly does. Saturday I'll have the auction on my channel. Figure we'll go. I think we started last week at, I want to say it was 6 my time, West Coast, 9 East Coast. So I'll probably do that again. If anything, maybe start an hour earlier. I don't know. I was thinking about it, but I'll see what people think.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, that's the rest of the week for me. So
Nice.
Thank you everybody for hanging out. It's always fun. We always have good conversations. And give the last word to my buddy right over there. Got it right.
Woo woo. What is up, you guys? Thank you for another episode of the Teacher Lounge. Besides this show, I do a show every Wednesday called Not Near Mint. You may have saw him in the chat. Rob Worse, who is not worse. He is the best guy for a worse situation. But we are the Not Near Mint crew. We come on every Wednesday at I believe 7 my time, 10 your guys' time, or 9 your guys' time, East Coast people time. Yeah, come check us out. We talk about many different topics. We always try to bring some kind of Kickstarter or some kind of guest on whenever we can. But yeah, come check us out, and then you can always find me in the chat or on IG or somewhere lurking in the background. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. It was a great show, great conversation, great people. So I appreciate you guys, and thank you, Mr. Lawman, for stopping by. I really appreciate you.
Thanks for
Oh, what's up, Watt?
Thanks for coming for
Yeah,
stopping
no
here.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Having you on the Teacher's Lounge.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
For sure.
Yeah, no problem. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great night. I will talk to you guys later.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.